Lord, we got to have better music than that. Song. You know, that songs remind me of stuff. So I was like, what year did I live in Germany? And it was around 1989 because I was actually there when they tore the wall down. And the Soviets had built a wall. It was, let me explain it. Okay. I pulled it up. I wanted to get it correct. So, while the wall was built by the Soviet-backed East German government to stop citizens from fleeing into West Berlin, it was the German citizens themselves who ultimately breached and tore it down amid a wave of peaceful protest and a bureaucratic misstep by the East German officials. Check it out. Very interesting. What I remember about that, now we did, of course, see it on TV, but it was pretty much recommended that Americans back off. Now, there probably were a lot of Americans there, but I took heed in the, you probably shouldn't go there. So, we did have a guy that got wasted and hopped on a train, and he ended up in Russia. Yeah. Wouldn't want to do that. But that was like back in 89. I was probably mid-20s, maybe a little bit older. Yeah. Yes, I am. They were like, lady, we don't like you, but we'll let you monetize again. For sure. I have to show you guys this. Have you guys ever seen a harpy eagle? A harpy eagle. Now, I don't know. Does anybody remember this guy? His name is Jeff Corwin. And many, many years ago, he was like the pre-Steve Irwin, right? Oh, Jeff Corwin. And he had this little show on, one of the 3 channels that we had. He was wasted. This is the thing. German liquor and beer are totally different than the spirits that we have here in America. For sure. I loved a beer. It was called Weissen Light. You could see the yeast in the bottom of it. That's good beer. Good beer. You could bring 2 racks back with you at that time, but that was years ago. Years ago. So, and so Jeff Corwin is going to tell us about this harpy eagle that he has on his arms. Let me tell you, these things are, they are the goat of all birds. Bert Kreischer. Is it Kreischer? Is that how you say its last name? Bert Kreischer. My grandfather was Russian on Daddy's side. Wow. Well, I don't know if he's still even alive, Tara. I don't know. But this is very interesting. So we're going to watch it. It's only a few minutes long.
Creature. As far as I'm concerned, and probably as far as the concerns of most wildlife biologists in this part of the world, this is the...
I have to say trigger warning, okay? In Britain, I just listed history in the making. Protestants, Catholics have come together to fight their war. For about 200 years, they fought over religion. Wow. Wow, wow. That is definitely history in the making, ma'am. For sure. For sure.
Greatest New World raptor. It is extraordinary. It certainly is the largest eagle you're going to find in the New World. It's the harpy eagle. This creature has the ability to pull a sloth right out of the canopy. And I have to watch very carefully, because what is she pulling that sloth out of the canopy with? She's using those talons. Look how she grips that glove. Harpy eagles are capable of producing a 5-inch long talon, a talon that's designed to crunch bone, pierce a spine, rip through flesh, and adhere to an animal 20 pounds plus and rip it out of the canopy. So you're probably wondering, how did I end up with this harpy eagle on my arm? We certainly didn't track it in the wild. In fact, this individual, along with some other harpies and other raptors, are part of a very important conservation program here in Panama, as well as the rest of the world, the Peregrine Fund. And they specialize in the conservation of raptors.
Watch her. Watch her. She's like, you need to stop. Watch what she does to him.
Despite the fact
she keeps freaking packing at his head.
This thing's got a lot of angst. These creatures are extremely powerful in flight, powerful in the way they take their prey, full of strength. Essentially, these animals are the jaguars, the puma of the canopy. They are at the top of that food pyramid up there on the canopy. Boy, this guy's got a lot of nerve. Oh. Stop
that it. Has to hurt.
Harpy eagles, an amazing creature.
Beautiful.
I think it's a wonderful way to wrap up our adventure here in Panama. Not only in the fact that it is an extraordinary beast, but it also is a wonderful representation of the fauna and the habitat of Panama, because this, my friends, is the national bird of Panama, the harpy eagle. So
I can see
until we meet again, I will see you next time on the Jeff Corwin Experience.
Bye, Jeff. I hadn't seen you in years. Good to see you. Pecked the shit out of his head. I can't remember when he was, what year he was big in, you know, his little TV series. For sure. Yeah, that had to hurt. But he took it like a man, didn't he? He stood there and he was like, go ahead. Go ahead. If you're going to do it, if it makes good TV, right? Freaking crazy. Okay, so, which direction would I want to go? I don't know. Did you guys see where some of the YouTubers that were hanging out at Nancy Guthrie's house, they got busted? Busted. They ain't playing with them no more. There was a YouTuber also that got in a plane and jumped out of the plane and filmed the plane crashing. And he is in big, big trouble. Big, big trouble. Sorry. Ain't gonna do nothing like that over here. For sure. Yeah, she probably just didn't want to be bothered. Don't bother me. Okay, so I just want you guys to listen to something that Dr. Gary Mercado had talked about prior. There's always somebody sus, for sure. I'm going to share this link only because he's on TMZ. And you guys, if you want to hear him kind of talk about different things concerning Nancy Guthrie, you can grab that link. But he talks about, let me get it up here. You should be able to hear it. I'm not going to show it, and I'm only playing a little part of it.
So in an elimination murder, which is a phenomenon I've defined, a term I've coined, the idea is you wish to remove an individual who is an impediment to something, whether it's money, a romance, freedom, not wanting to take care of somebody anymore, they're a witness to something, that kind of thing. Usually you know the person too. And so in an effort to create a narrative in which some outsider comes in and takes the individual or hurts them because you want them out of the way, but have to make it look like someone who doesn't know them, to some degree, could be a passing relationship with them. The issue is that you sometimes accidentally show how much anger you have toward them, so that you can see things like overkill, an extreme number of injuries, things like that. The other thing is that's a clue sometimes that it was a little more personal than instrumental. Is that when something is instrumental, it's planned out. There's a very clear motive. There's a clear thing the person wanted. There was money that now gets collected by somebody, or money missing from the house, or a valuable item missing from the house, or or if this were a sexual crime, there'd clearly be some kind of sexual assault. What we have here is a situation.
Okay. I'm going to end that right there because he's talking about Nancy Guthrie. But I wanted you guys to hear that statement. Okay, hold on. What am I doing? What are we pulling up? You guys want eagles? What do you want? Should we pull up our eagle cam? Eagle cam. We might I thought I showed bears before too. Dang, those babies are getting huge. That's nuts. I always like to get it about right at the sunset. These are the babies. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. There we go. There they are. Look how big they are. Hey, Sadie. Well, the pictures and stuff of the bears, the mouse sends them to me. For sure. Yeah, I mean, and TikTokers, pull up crimes of TikTokers. It's crazy. You guys remember, and I don't remember the YouTuber's name, I apologize, that he was attacked or something. It was bad. It was bad. I can't remember the whole thing, but yes. I know, don't they? Yes, there is a big difference in size. Well, I can show you guys. I could pull it up. JLR went up to a YouTuber basically and tried to intimidate him. in my opinion, he tried to bully him. He tried to bully him. Why? You gonna have one delivered to my house, Lisa? I guess it depends on if they're poisonous or not. I've got a picture of a hawk too. It's in my email. I think the mouse sent me that too. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. JLR's hand was shaking, and the guy was like, "Why you shaking? Why you shaking? Why you shaking, mister?" Crazy. Crazy. Okay, let me get this set up here. So, what the heck? Okay, I got about 3 different. Hang on a minute. Let me do it like that, like this. We're just going to listen to a couple different interviews and stuff, okay, you guys? Okay. First, let's what did I do? You are such a dumbass, Renee Calm. We are going to listen to a couple of short conversations between Candace and Ernie. There are a lot more too over on Constance's channel. And I'm just going to drop these links in chat as I go because I've just got too many. So both of them are from around 4 years ago. So let me get this one up. And this is the thing, I haven't watched them for a long, long time. Okay. But there's some couple pictures of summer in here for sure. So we're going back. This is from Doolittle Talks, and hold on, I'll see about when. April 13th, 2022. April 13th, 2022. Let me drop the link. Like I said, I haven't listened to him for a long time, but why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. Let's see what this is. Let me make sure I got my my eagles muted. Okay, we'll stop the eagles for a minute. Eagles, eagles. Here is Ernie Shell and Candace Bly. What is she saying? You know, yeah, show me the receipts on that, Lisa. Because if you heard it from somebody else, then, you know. But no, I ain't heard it. All right. I'm not sure, like I said, what this says. So But this is Candace and Ernie back in April of 2022, I said, right? Here we go.
On Ernie's yesterday,
This is,
and he discussed with her. He actually played the clip that Molly Golightly was speaking with Dawn when he was talking about showering with the kids.
okay, if you guys want to hear that, I can pull it up. I played it over here like 2 or 3 times before, right? Well, Lisa.
Candace acted as if she had never heard it before and acted like she was really mad.
Yep, she did.
But I have to say, there's no way she didn't know that, in my opinion.
Okay, you guys.
You lived with someone 14 years.
I gotta change my
There's
banner.
no way she didn't know that. Then he goes on to play the clip, which is incredibly hard to listen to, when Dawn is talking about
There we go.
maybe someone came and was sexually assaulting her and
Trigger
beat the
warning.
crap out of her, and I'm using kinder words than he used, and then got rid of the evidence and killed her.
Oh, thank you, Tara. I'm gonna say this. Dawn and Candace hold the key to possibly finding Summer or knowing where she's at. I truly believe that. And I've watched thousands and thousands and thousands of people who have given 1,000% on keeping her name out there, you know, trying to do good things and flyers. And, you know, my opinion, I've seen a couple people act very foolish. And I think it's time that maybe they give a little bit to their daughter by going back down to law enforcement and maybe having a different conversation than what they had had prior. Maybe they remember something, you know, it could be anything. It could be anything. And nothing against YouTubers, because let me tell you, there are a lot of YouTubers that they are really good at what they do. I mean, so, but I don't think that the individuals that they are hanging with, nothing against them, but how can they truly help them? For real. But a good example, Lisa, when you go and you're like, oh, hey, you know, this is something special. And it comes from somebody else, that it's probably came from somebody else before that, or a accumulation of a bunch of people that are on the phone together and they're talking, and you turn around and something's put out as factual only because of a conversation that a bunch of people had. Hey, Kawana. Right? All right, here we go. You know, Candace seems to be the type of person. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I took it back. Seems to be the type of person that when she wore a foil hat on her head in a live. She, instead of feeling foolish, you know, she probably laughed at it and thought it was funny. But a lot of people that really cared about her girl and finding her girl, you know, thought that that was just that was the most foolish thing I've ever seen. No, I didn't hear it. I did not hear it, Lisa. Lisa, I don't hang out where you hang at. You know that. I do not hang out where you hang out at. I don't. Because I don't see you unless you come into my chat.
Candace acted as if she had never heard it before and acted like she was really mad.
About the shower. Candace was pissed off about the shower. The way the horse pond looked, somebody should have took the... Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Flies. A lot of people take trash bags with them when they go places. For sure. I'm sure Grandma probably had a couple in the truck. She goes and collects rocks and stuff.
But I have to say, there's no way she didn't know that, in my opinion. She lived with someone 14 years. There's no way she didn't know that.
I love these pictures of Summer. Thank you, Doolittle, for putting these out of Summer. You know, one thing I always wondered is Don, you know, he stated more than once or twice that Summer didn't want anything to do with Candace until she was like 18 months old. So, you know, I got a little question. Who was taking care of Summer? Who had been taking care of Summer? Or did, you know, you love your daughter so much that you just left her with someone that she wanted nothing to do with? I'm kind of confused. Did Grandma Candace help out? Right? For sure. You guys, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. That's it.
Then he goes on to play the clip, which is incredibly hard to listen to, when Dawn is talking about maybe someone came and was sexually assaulting her.
That's
and
exactly
beat
what
the
he
crap
said.
out of her. And I'm using kinder words than he used.
Yes,
and then
he is.
got rid of the evidence and killed her.
And he said something about basically, you know, they can't do anything if they don't find any remains, right? Yeah, you did have your own ball team. 14. Hell, you could have had a ball team and a football team. For sure. Lisa, go talk to Benny. Go talk to Benny. You know, it's hard for me, Lisa. Let me say this. Lisa, I'll go bye-bye. Go bye-bye. For real. Katie's obsessed with me. 777. You need to go bye-bye. Yeah, but she won't go over there. She won't. She just says things. This is the thing. She just says things, and I know she's got her own opinions, and I'm good with that, but her opinions don't jive with some things. You know what I mean? And it's very frustrating. Yes, but I can see there are some instances where infants do not bond with their mamas. But I don't, usually there's specific things going on. Hey, truth hurts. I mean, for sure.
She had a response to that. She
Oh,
did
look
say
at
that she's seeing things differently now than she has before.
I mean, in these younger pictures, I mean, she states a lot of things. She has receipts, but never shows them. Who, Lisa? No, that's the wrong Lisa. That is the, well, I don't know. I don't know if she does that or not. I thought you were talking about Lisa Kay. Too many freaking Lisas on the street. For sure.
I don't personally know how a parent of a child could say
These pictures, Summer doesn't look like she's been mistreated a lot of when she was a baby. That's funny. It's all right. It's okay. For sure. Postpartum depression. Is there a difference between, well, yeah, there's a difference between postpartum depression and postpartum alcoholic. Right? Is there a difference? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I haven't renewed my Google certificate for that yet. Okay. Well, we figured that, truth hurts. We figured that.
those things with complete lack of emotion. He went on to kind of push her to talk about her feelings about Summer and Dawn. And he did get to a point where he actually got her to react.
I'm gonna stop it there just for a second. You can look into Summer's eyes, and there is an old soul behind those eyes. I've always said that. There is an old soul there.
To Summer being gone. And I'm going to play that clip for you. And I want y'all to see if you think that it is sincere. And is it possible that she doesn't know what happened to Summer, but Dawn does? These are just questions. Just
This picture haunts me. It really does. This picture just bothers me so much.
things, and I'm asking myself, when she was acting like she was talking to Summer. I got to admit, I did get choked up, and that could be purely how I would react to my daughter being gone. But I'm going to play it for you now, and please tell me what y'all think.
Here we go.
But you couldn't touch her. You couldn't touch her. You could only see her. You could only see her. And you could speak to her, and she could hear you. And she could say back, Mommy, what would you say to your daughter?
What would I say to her?
What would you say to her? You can turn your camera off. You can turn your camera off. It's okay. We understand your pain on that. We understand.
And I'm not allowed to touch her. But I have to.
You're not allowed to touch. You're not allowed to touch her at all. You cannot touch her. But you can communicate with her. You can see her. She can see you. She can hear you. She can even hear what you say to her. Okay, and you can hear what she says to you. If you was to say, "Mommy," what would you say to your daughter?
I can't not touch her.
Do you guys understand that? Look at that, not in a bad way. If there was any possibility that she ever came upon Summer, she could ruin possibly a crime scene. So that's the way she's looking at it, I think. And believe me, I am not a Candace fan. Okay, I'm not. I must say, if it was truly lies, she did not have to shave that baby's head like that. That's what I'm saying. That's the same way, CM, that I'm feeling. I mean, she didn't have a half an inch for sure. The red barrel. Yeah, that red barrel's really bothered a lot of people.
That would just be if she was standing in front of me right now, there would be no way that I could not run up and
What would you say to her? What would your last words be to her? Your last words.
And tell her how much I love her and miss her and wish she was here with me.
Candace, if you know or suspect that Dawn Wells has anything to do with what happened to your daughter, don't you think it's time? Bring your daughter a little bit of justice. We can't do that. We were not there that day. A lot of us were not there to even see the environment. And I have always just felt that the missing, possibly the missing piece, is something that you know, that you may have just, put it out of your mind. If a stranger approached you somewhere, somebody stood a little bit too close in a store or anything. It could be anything. But nothing that you're doing is, to me, is helping your daughter. Right? Yeah, I showed the interview with the oldest boy, and his hair was pretty long. Right?
There's no way I cannot run up and touch her.
Can't touch her. Let me ask you a question.
No, there's no way.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, that's because that's how Ernie's putting the question. You can't touch her, but you can talk to her. I think that's what he's putting out there, right?
No, you can't do that. That's not right.
Let me ask you a question. Can you touch her now? Can you touch her now?
No, I can't. I wish I could.
You can't even see her now.
Don't you think I don't wish I can?
I know you wish you can. Do you think Don wishes you can?
Here we go.
You heard everything he said
about what he said.
I know you don't. I know you don't. But you heard what he said.
If you don't care about what he thinks, huh? But Don's in jail at this point, if I remember correctly. Hey, Jack.
How does that change your feelings about that, Candace? Knowing that's how he felt.
You know what? I have a whole lot of changed feelings.
Do you?
As well as you should.
If someone was standing here right now, no. If someone was standing here right now in this kitchen and in this room, there'd be nobody that could stop me from running up and grabbing her and holding her and just loving on her every second that I could.
That's passion. That's what I wanted you to show right there. That right there, Candace, is passion. Now, when you ask and when you talk to Don, does he show that sort of passion about his missing daughter? Does he care that much, or is it just about a lot of go?
She's literally taking her hand. I kind of think that Don probably had more conversations with other women, I'll say, while he was in jail than he did with Candace. What y'all think? Maybe I should have done a poll. Right? Who was you talking to, Donnie? Donnie, who was them women you was talking to while you was in the jail? That wasn't your wife. That is true, Carrie Lawson. For sure.
Kinda. A little bit. Not much.
Not much at all. You know why? Because the sexual predators, it's not much at all. Not much at all. That dominant side. That controlling, abusive side.
Ernie is sitting there talking about Dawn that way to her. Ow, I got a cramp in my finger. Got a cramp in my middle finger. He used to talk with Laura a lot, from my understanding. Who used to talk to Laura? Which Laura? Oh, you're talking about Ernie. Do not say his name 3 times. You hear me? This ain't about Ernie. Even though I've said a couple things about him. But anywho.
There's so much, Candace, you probably missed out on.
You know, every night I lay here and I listen to music and stuff, and I'm like in a prayer kind of like, I'm like, Summer, where are you? How can I find you? Where can I come get you at? What can I do? And it fucking
Candace, it's time that you do your part. Do your part. Almost 5 years. 5 years. Do your part. Quit telling. You give people information. You give YouTubers information, right? And make it out to be important. And there's nothing wrong with that because they do contact the TBI or whoever they need to contact with it. But that is stuff that you should be going there and telling them yourself. Telling them yourself. It takes on a whole different vibe. If you think it's information that could help, I don't get it. But then again, I really never got you anyway, right? There's so many layers to her. There is so many freaking layers to this lady. Have you ever seen that movie Split? The movie Split where the guy's got a crap load of personalities. It is a really good movie. But this guy takes on all these different personalities. It's crazy. It's a good movie though. Right? We watched Candace play Ernie and others against you. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. You know, one thing that's interesting, and don't forget at the beginning when I played Dr. Bricado and what he was talking about. It kind of goes with everything. She was playing Ernie. Well, I mean, this is what I seen. This is just what I seen. I wasn't there. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but I feel like, and this is the way I feel, this is my opinion, that she absolutely spoke to some people about Dawn. I mean, Benny was there and Benny seen the shit firsthand. Okay. So, but I know that she was telling Ernie stuff too. For sure. She was the first one to love Summer. I get it hurts to talk about her, but be better advocate for her. Yes, Wisconsin Mama, thank you. Be a better advocator. See, I don't find the right word sometimes, and you guys put it in here just spot on. Thank you so much. Hey, that girl. I laugh whenever they say Ernie got closest to getting it out of Candace.
It destroys them every night. It destroys me. I've been destroyed so much.
You know, I gotta say that
Thank
Ernie
you
does have a way of getting Candace
to talk.
in
Yeah.
touch with her feelings.
Yeah,
That's the most
I
I
agree.
think we've seen. I do realize she's drinking, and
That's what makes it even harder, I think, is because of the drinking. Because of the drinking. Hold on. Let's go back to our Eagles. Oh, there's that movie right there. Right on my watch list. Split. That is a freaking wild movie. For sure. Oh, I'm sure that she, you know, I'm sure that she got close with Benny. There's no doubt. Not in a weird ass kind of way, okay? For real. I don't believe there was weird shit like that going on, but I do believe that they got really close. For sure. Benny was there. He's seen the conditions of the home. He, was there when Dawn and Candace were there together. He was there when Dawn took off, wherever he went, to go do his whatever he was doing. So Benny's seen all that firsthand. He's seen all of that firsthand. So see, this is what gets me, and it's out there. So I mean, there's, when Benny made the comment that while he was there, he felt that, he was going to have to take control of the situation, if you know what I mean. And if they were that way, if Dawn was that way in front of people that they really didn't even know, can you imagine what was going on before Summer went missing? I couldn't imagine the fighting and the, substances and all of that. I just, it's just messed up. I don't know if it was love. I think sometimes she said shit too, just to, maybe get some attention or something. Here's another one. This one is from a channel called the Doublemint Twins. Okay. Let me get their link up here. Many channels have they definitely have a lot of different things on this situation. Flies, will you drop Constance's link for me, please? Because Constance got some conversations that Ernie and Candace had too. What am I doing? I don't know. Figure it out, you effing hoe. Mama Bear. Mama Bear. Think she had a teenager crush on Benny. Oh, who doesn't have a teenager crush on Benny? For real. He is just one crushable guy. For real. Thank you. What is up with you? What do you mean, what's up? Benny is a cutie and lovable. Benny, bye, Felicia. Thinks you're cutie and lovable. I thought it was about bullying her on YouTube slander. Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Okay. Anywho, here we go. So this is a conversation that Candace and Benny had. This is April 12th, 2022. Dang. Okay. It's not the same one because she got a hat on this time. She don't have her Ernie Shell lookalike hat on, right? I don't know, but I think Candace could use. Not mine, girl. No, maybe some therapy classes, but not mine. Even though I do have, an extended Google certificate in it, I could not help that. No. Yeah, I'm super proud of him, Felicia. I think we all are. Many, many people that's been around for a long time is very, 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 proud of Benny. Please go ask Z and 6. We have our own problems. Who's got a problem? Go ask Z and 6. What the hell's that mean? What does that mean, Z and 6? Oh, I get it. I think I get it. I think I got it. Came to me rather quickly today. Okay, here we go. Ernie Shell and his friend Candace Bly Wells. Being from the mountains of West Virginia. Well, yeah, we know that. Can you take that? I don't know if YouTube's going to say something about saying baby's body. So could you go back and remove that for me, please? It's easy for me to edit a song out. I don't want to have to go back and watch my own live because I don't even like my voice. I don't want to have to do that. So could you police yourself? Thank you. It would help her. I said that a long time ago. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I probably would. I've got many questions for Candace, but, I don't want to waste my time on someone who's, going to not be sincere with the conversation. Her life sounds like it. It sounds like she had a really rough life. As absolutely. Won't take that away from her for sure.
Fucking retards don't mean shit, dude. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're
I
better
know.
than that, man. You got a heart, big as gold, dude. Don't let them fuck with you like that.
But here's the thing about that. I mean, I can't.
She's boosting Ernie up right here. Right? Don't let him talk about you like that, man. Just let it slide, man. Right?
Can't say that something because something may just happen, and I just don't want to. I just don't want to let people
Well, some
down in a way. I guess.
always might happen. That's the way life is.
Well, look. Check this out. Like I told you the other night, we have to take that first step first. After that first step, it gets easier, right?
Oh yeah, everything's easier after the first step.
Is
So
it?
Just gotta let it as it is.
You probably can't hear
Now
me
you do
without
know.
music. Hold on.
Now you do know that Benny's
Yeah,
ready to call you, right?
stroke that ego.
Oh, okay, and I'm worried why.
I'm just telling you, it always happens. Anytime you're talking to me, he calls. Maybe he wants. Well, that's in his
All
head.
right, so let the fucker call. I mean, they ain't gonna fit his head.
You don't think he would? I don't
He
know.
ain't got enough brain up there to fit his head.
Oh Lord, mercy.
Oh, are they
What are you
talking
doing? What
about
is that? Is that
Benny?
bookshelf behind you?
Yeah,
Ooh, I like a hat.
yeah.
Let me see that hat. Let me see that hat.
The one I'm wearing,
Yeah, let me see that. What does it say?
Nashville, Tennessee.
That's pretty cool. I like that hat.
All right.
Pretty
I
nice.
got that given to me a long time ago by a good friend of mine.
Sweet. How old is it?
Yeah.
Well, about 20 years old. I've had it for like 20 some years.
Wow. Looks old.
Wow.
It's vintage. It looks nice. Nice hat.
Yeah, I only wear it every once in a while.
Okay.
I really, I've never met you. I've never seen you in real life. I've only met you, like talking to you and talking to you through here on the.
Ernie took her pizza, okay? Ernie took her pizza. And I've showed you guys that before too. Yeah. The dogs were barking. He called them ankle biters. Candace wouldn't answer the door, right? Yeah, she would go, exactly. She would go to Ernie and bash Benny, and I'm sure go to Benny and bash Ernie. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But I truly believe out of the two that Benny was closer to the situation. And I think that she told Benny more. He physically went there, and I think he was, what was he there, a couple weeks, a week or something? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But and Benny needs to go back, and I mean, I can try to find it, but he talked about how the distance that a child could, that how far that they could walk, and he talked about the environment and the elevation. It's very interesting. So if he can't get it, maybe he could do that again. For real. Hear me, Benny? For sure. It was very interesting. But yeah, he had it calculated, Summer's age and, her ability, how far, that a child could go. I mean, it really is good. Really is good.
Phone. But I just felt that I failed you. I
Right.
really did. I felt that I failed you, and we had this big hunt that we could have done, and this big
I
search
was
that I could.
stop saying that, man. You haven't failed nobody, man. Why do you gotta think like that, man? Think of positive shit.
Well,
Like,
I'm not
for
using,
real.
but you got to be, but like Don said, though, even in the phone call with me, you got to be real about it. You got to think what's real. I can't just say bullshit and think that
Well,
something
yeah,
crazy.
you gotta think what's real, of course.
You got to think what's really going on.
But you can't sit there and say that somebody. You can't sit there and say that somebody failed you if they've never met you, don't know who you are for real, and only met you on the phone. You can't say that.
Right.
And I won't let you say that.
Well, that means
That's funny that she says that, right? When she was a boo-hooing over her friends, that most of them she met on the phone. Is it Candace or people wanting to help find Summer? I believe that's why several men went there. The one speaking, not so much. Yes, went more than twice. Oh, Ernie did. Oh yeah, he did the dog food thing too, right? I would have stopped Ernie from doing a search on the property too, Tara. I absolutely would have. I wouldn't even. I would have said no to start with. I wouldn't even have said yes. I would have said no. And that's me, okay? Other people probably would have been like, let him up there. Right?
a lot. That means a lot to me. I just keep going back to the connections of it, and I can't move past that.
Well, you have to move past that.
Well, I'm talking about I know that. Don't you be giving me no one. I'll be throwing an elbow at you. I'm talking about the part where I told you what I thought happened, and I just can't move past it. It's hard, when he said, and
See, Ernie kept trying to put a connection between Benny and Dawn. And I probably could email and ask Benny this, but I'm just going to give you from my understanding, the only reason what Benny and Dawn could speak on was, I believe both of them at different times had been in a jail facility, right? And that was it. So when Dawn mentioned people, that ran the jail or worked at the jail or something like that, Benny knew what he was talking about. And I think that's how, but that story went 1,000 different directions, that they were in prison together and all kinds of shit. So, but that's my understanding of it. If it's different, then, I don't know. What happened? Because she said yes first. No, I wouldn't have let him. I wouldn't have let him.
I don't want to get into that.
No, I have listened to you, and I've listened to you over and over. Don't think that I don't hear you.
I know you do. I know you do. And you're right. You're right.
All right. And, Benny is out here to play games and get whatever money he can get. And that's all Benny gives a fuck about.
I understand that.
And you can't tell me that I'm fucking full of shit either on that.
So is he splitting money with people or something like that, or how's that work?
See, Ernie continuously just wanted to talk about Benny. For real. And like I said, people probably think, there's probably people who do think that because Candace said it. But you have to remember too, like I said, and this is my opinion, Benny saw Candace differently than everybody else, right? I truly don't believe that Benny just had money on his mind. But Ernie just wanted Candace, he just wanted Candace to, demean Benny any way that he could. He thought it was a wonderful thing to get Candace all riled up about Benny, right? So that way she would say shit about Benny. For sure. But I truly believe in my heart Benny did go there for Summer. And I truly believe that he's seen things and heard things while he was there. For sure. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. So, money and donations. Well, one thing I've always said, and this is the truth, I don't care about the money. I don't care how anybody was making their money or anything like that. Or was it Ernie or the spiritual lady that put I don't freaking know. They blamed that on Ernie. They blamed that on Ernie. If you go down the rabbit hole of creators who talked about Summer, it reminds you of like a reality show or a really messed up soap opera. And that is the truth. That is the truth. She's going to say whatever she wants to say. For real. For real.
I don't know. Motherfucker ain't got me a dime. I promise you that.
Did let me ask you a question. Did Don have his own separate cash app?
No, Donnie has never had a cash app ever.
What
He
about
wouldn't even know
PayPal?
what that is.
I didn't think you would.
Never had that either.
Okay.
No. Donnie didn't even know what Facebook was until I introduced him to it.
Right.
Hmm.
Awesome. So, would you say that Don was kind of
So that kind of tells us right there that Candace, when Dawn made the comment, I don't like Dawn. I'm not a Dawn fan. When Dawn made the comment that Candace had, been putting videos and TikToks and, putting the kids on social media, putting Summer on social media, i.e. having her dance out in the rain in front of a red barrel that said for sale on it. Now, was that just a mother filming a daughter who loves to dance around in the rain? Because there's children who love to go out in the rain and dance around. Okay, we know that. We know that. But people look at that in a totally different type of way. Totally different type of way.
mysterious kind of person when you talk to him about what happened?
Donnie's a very mysterious person.
Donnie's a very mysterious person. All right.
Oh,
Let me ask you a question. What's something that you've asked Don about, and then he's totally just got mad about it with? Like literally, like it just set him off. Like something that to set him off.
okay. Like I'll ask him about who he's talking to on the phone. That really pisses him off.
Let me ask you a question. When he's around you, when he's around you, and he's sitting here doing this right here. When he lays his phone down, does he lay it where it's holding up like this,
Yeah.
or does he lay it where it's down like that?
No, it's usually upside down where nobody can see anything.
Okay, so if Candace asked Don who he's talking to, that pisses him off, she said, right? Well, me neither. I wouldn't put that there. That's not where I would have my, Nope. Hey, Exploited. Well, I think a lot of us would have not, filmed it in that thing. All right, I'm gonna turn this back on.
Why do you think he does that?
I don't know.
You-
I just figured because he don't want me to know who he's talking to.
Right, exactly. What's the worst thing you've ever called him doing? Nothing crazy now. Nothing crazy.
Oh. I'm not even going to say this online because no,
Okay.
I can't do that.
Okay.
No,
So
that's something I'd have to tell you in confidential, in private.
I understand that.
But oh gosh, there's about
Let me ask you a
1,000 things I can think of. But
Right. Do you ever just I've never been to your house. I don't know what it looks like. Is it like a little trail that goes into the woods and stuff?
man, I don't know. I don't go out in these woods.
Okay.
I stay right here at the front porch and right here where the vehicles are, and that's all the further I go. I don't go into the woods or into any freaking stupid trails or whatever anybody has said.
Right.
What's he
And I'm not
doing,
going to talk about nothing that's going to trigger nobody because that ain't what it's about tonight. I'm just trying to do what I need to do and get everything situated before I've got to do what I got to do. But
All right. I hear you.
so
I hear you.
we are you happier now, Candace?
Am I happier? Well, I'm
No,
happy,
I mean,
but I'll be really happy when I get my boys back. When I get my babies
Right.
back, then I'll be really happy.
Right.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm happy to a point. I mean, it's just me and the dogs here, but I'm happy to a point. But without my kids, I'm not really happy.
Right.
My kids were my world, my everything. Anything that ever meant to me were my kids.
Well, you see, they are your world, not were your world. They are your world. Remember that. Always have that.
Right.
You gotta be positive.
Sorry, I
Be
mean, I might
positive.
have said happy, but
It's okay.
they are my world.
We
And I
understand.
don't.
But see, I don't understand if they were her world, why didn't she prioritize them? Right? That is true. That is true. The day Candace was at the hemp cafe and Ernie went live and showed her, she looked scared. Well, because he was trying to get her to say that Don and Benny knew each other before. Is exactly what he was doing when she was at the hemp cafe. That was the main thing he wanted to prove on freaking video with her there. You know, you better believe he wanted to get her on camera, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You know,
Without them, I can't go on living and breathing. Period. End of discussion.
right. Let me ask you a question. If you could say one thing to your daughter, what would it be?
Oh, here we
One
go.
thing to my daughter.
I mean, you could
Well,
say a sentence. If you could say a sentence or a phrase to her, or a
He's
paragraph, what would you
asking
say?
her
Anything.
again.
I'm praying and hoping that whoever has her and whoever has done something with her will please bring her back home to me, because I miss her and I love her with all my heart.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You said whoever has her, right?
Yeah, because I don't know.
I know that. I know you don't know. Do you know if
You're fucking made
it's
me
proven
cry.
fact? What's that? It's all right. It's
You're
okay.
gonna make me cry, dude.
It's okay, sweet. It's okay. You know, Candace, I know you got 14 years with the man. I know that. I know that. I know that. This is crushing you, Candace.
What's that got to
It's
do
crushing.
with her daughter?
It's crushing you.
I mean, wouldn't it anybody that
I
lost
know.
a child or a child that has had anything like that? I mean, who the hell wouldn't it crush? Oh,
Let me ask you a question, Candace. You think is it crushing Don right now?
Here we go.
I don't know. He says it does, but I don't know.
How does he act? You see how it's doing you? You see how it's doing you in your heart right now?
Don't you think you would know if you were with a man for 14 years? Don't you think that by their actions, you would know the answer to that question? Right? That good point, Sage. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you put a mirror onto him, is he showing the same results right now as you are? Is he having the same symptoms as you
I'm
are?
not there. I don't know. I don't see him.
But you talk to him on the phone, and I can hear it through your voice, just as plain as day. Do you hear it through his voice when he
I
talks to
talked
you?
to him on the phone. Okay, today I talked to him on the phone, and for the first time since he's been there, this is the first time I have heard him even be upset or hurt or anything like that. Today was the first time I've ever heard that in his voice.
Why was he upset that day, Candace? Did it have to do with summer? Or did it have to do with Utah coming in there to question him on some of his prior, nefarious deeds against little girls who became women and felt that it needed to be put out to law enforcement and to the district attorney of Utah, what was done to them that they say, not me, they say was done to them. Is that why he was upset? Right? Right. Right. The wording. She was on several men's channels talking about leaving Don. She was not taking Don's calls at this time. Do you guys remember that text? There was a text somebody put out. She had been texting this guy, and, you know, they ended up talking about meeting up, and she was like, we can meet up in Gatlinburg. That's one of my favorite places, right? Or some crap like that. Do you guys remember that? And he acted like he didn't know that she had a missing child. And if I remember correctly, she didn't even mention it to him. Now, you know, I know people can fake stuff, but what, Miss Justice? I never knew that. Plenty of fish. That is wild. That is wild.
Is he hurt because of Summer, or is he hurt because he's in jail? What do you think?
You know, I can't really tell, honestly. I mean,
He says she cannot tell. She can't tell. Right? Yeah, not the plenty of fish. That is funny. Ernie Outlaw Trucker Dolly Benny, one channel after another for about a week. Damn, she got around more than I do. For real.
You know that night that I was talking to him? Do you know that night that I was talking to him on the
Yeah.
phone? When he hit you?
Yeah, I heard about it.
When he hit you?
Yeah.
When he was hitting you, right?
Yeah, well, let's not go over that, please.
Let's not.
I'd rather not.
I understand.
Yeah, I just don't want to go back into there.
Maybe when I get out of my little situation, me and you can have a little talk, heart to heart.
Yeah.
You can buy me some spaghetti.
Why don't I just make it? Why buy it?
Hell no, I ain't going to shit. We're going to meet out in a nice little public restaurant or something like that.
I cannot get out of my head them saying that she dumped a pan of spaghetti and didn't even clean out the pan after it'd been sitting there a couple days, right? She was on Plenty of Fish while Ernie was on Grinder. That is funny. Brought them together. Candace went to the store for cigarettes and came back with a man. What time was that? When did she do that? That was prior, right? Didn't that story come from Allison? Was that the same story? Allie said she went to the Dollar General. The Dollar General. Got her a man and brought him back home. Yeah, I heard something like that. For real.
You might be
I'm
ready.
gonna kill you or something?
I don't know. I met a girl one time, she tried to eat me.
Oh my god. Look, I ain't killed nobody fixing my spaghetti.
But you're growing stronger, Candace. A lot stronger now.
I'm trying to.
But do you have anything to eat today?
I had
Do you have
some
any food?
this morning.
Do you have any food?
Man, I'm not worried about food. I don't worry about money. I don't care about all that bullshit. All I care is my daughter and my boys. That's the only thing I care about.
Let me ask you a question. One more thing. And I'm going to get off of it because it hurts.
See, so she says things like this, but she had an opportunity to, prioritize her children, and she didn't do it. Let me say this. Okay, so they're supposed to be under investigation for 4 different things, right? Neglect, abuse, SA, whatever. Okay. Candace was still allowed to see the boys. If I remember, Kathy, the friend, even took her to see the boys. She had an opportunity to work the program and get the boys back. If I remember, Dawn was like, they gave me too much to do. I can't do it all. I can't do it all and work too. Right? So, well, you can't blame her. This is, that whole thing was sad. Because I seen a woman who truly brought Candace into her family. And, Candace brings a whole suitcase full of nothing but problems. And Kathy still tried to help her. For sure. So, and then people turned on Kathy. They turned on Kathy. Took pictures of her house, put it out on the internet. That stuff isn't cool. I don't care who thinks something like that is, cool. It is not cool. Not at all. Who's going to take care of her? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we kind of watch Candace become like this little social butterfly, right? This little social butterfly. For sure. When before it was like, hey, I just hang out with my kids. I don't keep track of time. I just hang out with my kids, with my family, right? Hey, I hate to say it, but can you guys, let me get that. Hold on. It kind of sucks, but we kind of have to watch what we say in chat. And I know DURG, shouldn't be a big freaking issue, but it is. Yeah, Kathy took her to rehab. Yeah, for sure. Don't be upset if I remove your comment, okay? I'm not doing it. I do read it and I do see it, but YouTube gets you for certain words and stuff. For sure. For sure. Well, to me, there were a lot of YouTube channels. There were a couple that was really friends with Candace. Right? Thank you, Miss Justice. Yes, that's what I heard also. Thank you for removing that comment. I heard the same thing, that she was intoxicated and she got on the phone with the boys. And that's how she, lost the right to speak with them, I guess, right? For sure. There was a gag order. Dawn, I believe it was the first and only time that Dawn seen the boys. And he complained that they had to drive so far away. And I remember that. And I remember that the gag order, Dawn immediately tried to break the gag order and talk to one of the boys about Summer or something. And Dawn said that stuff himself. So, that's kind of not hearsay. That came from Dawn.
Me too. It makes me spit up blood. But
Well, don't do that, dude.
no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Listen, that is a good movie. I want you to watch that if you get a chance. Okay.
All right, watch 411.
Yeah. What? Not no damn YouTuber. Watch the movie 411.
Yeah, I'm reading across the thing. I ain't tell her to watch 411. I get it.
Okay.
I heard
The
it.
movie. The movie.
Yeah, the movie 411. Yeah, got it.
Right. So let's do this.
That's a movie about like, I think it's like missing people, missing children. Remember, Candace said she suspected Jody. I don't think she did it first. Look, even at first, Jody said she didn't think Dawn and Candace had anything to do with it. She said especially Candace because of Candace's reaction. But what's messed up about that is because, you know, we heard the you know, prank phone call to Mary. We watched her cry at the drop of a hat and then turn it off really quickly. So, you know, how do you look at anything that she's said or done? Yeah, the heart problems. Yeah, she was in the hospital bed. Yeah. She did stand up for him at first, absolutely. And then later on is when we would start hearing Jody say different things. Like, stop it, Daddy. Stop it, Daddy.
Look at you. I got your undivided attention right now. It's like a little school person in class sitting there waiting. Like, teacher, what am I learning now?
All ears.
Okay, you're all ears. You're all ears.
Exactly.
Okay,
What are you going to tell me now?
okay, so check this out. Just one more question. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to offend you, and I don't want to do that because we're friends, and I don't want to do that.
Just fucking say it.
Okay, I'll say it.
Damn.
I heard, and I don't know if it's a fact or not, that Don,
Here we go.
your husband, used to take showers with Summer. Is that true?
No.
Okay. He never took showers with her or nothing like that. And that's true. That's not
No.
true, right? Okay.
No.
Okay.
He never did.
Did he ever
I
burn?
took showers with Summer.
You took showers with Summer. Okay. Did you ever see him act any way like abusive towards Summer?
No, I can
Any kind of-
honestly say that Donnie loves Summer with all his heart.
Donnie loves Summer with all his heart. She didn't answer the question. Donnie loves Summer with all his heart. But remember, this is a conversation way, way, way later than the restraining order that Candace, you know, had put out on Don, where he would, you know, the children were named in it. Even Grandma Candace was named in it. We heard the phone call. We heard the phone call where she said he's always trying to hurt Summer. Did I hear it? You guys remember hearing that, right? Yes, Miss Justice. Exactly. Yeah, she didn't have an IV or nothing. Actually, she had her hoodie on, didn't she? Didn't she have her hoodie on? I'm not saying she doesn't have heart problems. You know, I'm sure she does. So. Yeah, they released balloons in front of the hospital, yeah. Oh, the vomiting. Yep.
So boys are going to be boys. So it's different when a little girl comes in the picture because that's a daddy's girl,
Okay.
right? Okay, that's the way it is.
Did you know that Don told
I agree.
Molly Golightly that he did take showers with Summer?
No, I did not know that.
There's a video recording of it of him saying he did.
I didn't know that.
Hold on a second. Can someone, can anyone get a video recording of that if that did happen, did take place?
But am I wrong? And I'll go back and find it. When the conversation with Molly happened and Don said he did shower, had taken his showers with Summer or whatever, wasn't Candace in the background? Was that the conversation where Candace was telling Don to light a fire because she was cold? Is that the same conversation? I could be wrong.
Like I said, I don't know much about the case. If that did take place, let me ask you a question, Candace. If that did take place and you see a video of him saying that, how are you going to feel?
I'm gonna flip the fuck out, man. I'm gonna flip.
She gonna flip the fuck out. In that house, she did not know that. Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, now there's two different, because the Jose 911 call is different from the 911 call where they got into it and what'd she say, Dawn hurt her toe or something? You guys, or her finger, right? That was two different 911 calls, wasn't it? Yeah. Jose took her out of the shower while Candace was there. That's what he said. For sure.
The fuck out for real.
So if you hear a video of him saying, yeah, I took showers with Summer,
I'm gonna fucking go off. I'm gonna. Ooh. Somebody better have bail money.
This is the thing. When children are infants, there are fathers who do shower with their infants. Or, you know, put them in the bath with them, clean them up, mom's standing there, you know. But not no. If it can be avoided at all cost. But Jose was like, no, I'm not going to let you do that. Because I don't think Don and Candace actually, I mean, have they really given a reason? Except for we were drinking, we were all drinking, me, Jose, and Candace. And, you know, Don had felt that they were poking each other anyway, he said, right? A lot of people think that's exactly what the reason was for the fight. For sure. Well, I would hope that she would notice if her child was clean or not, right?
if you can't get to him, obviously, now, come on. You can't get to him. Now, let me ask you a question with this. If that is true, are you going to call?
No, I don't know if that's the don't break my effing door, Candace. I think it might be a different conversation. Candace was in the background and she was cold and she was trying to get Dawn to, you know, get some wood in the house and start a fire. But I mean, you know, you could be right though. It could be that conversation. Jody was evicted by Andy's parents. That was Andy's parents' property. Yeah, her teeth were bothering her. Absolutely.
Him in jail on his little machine there, what would you say to him? What would you say to him?
No, I'm gonna wait until he calls me tomorrow, and then I'm gonna unleash something that's never been unleashed before.
See, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. My opinion, she's only saying that to pacify Ernie. She's saying it to pacify Ernie and everybody else. For sure.
Really?
Yeah, because that is unacceptable.
These people in the chat.
I mean, don't play with me, dude. Do not play with me.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Along with all the other stuff that was going on, that was just unacceptable, right?
Listen.
Do not.
Listen, look at this. Melanie, read across the screen, Candace. I won't lie to you. There's a reason I asked that, because I know you didn't know about it. Read across the screen, Candace. Don did say that. I heard it too. He did say it a few times, yes. Don definitely said it. It did. I heard him saying it. He did. How did you miss that? You see, I know you missed that. That's why I asked the question, Candace. You see?
She's acting like that
he did
it's
say it.
bothering her.
If I had the video, he said it live on YouTube, Candace. Candace.
Fuck no, man. Fucking no.
Candace, they heard the interview. Look at this. All these people here heard it.
Yeah, everybody heard it.
He said he had to take showers. He did it because he wanted to, is what they're saying. It's okay, Candace. You're not in trouble, Candace. You're the victim. I told you that at the beginning. I told you that. But it's up to you.
Was she a victim of the domestic violence? A lot of people do, Wisconsin mama. Feel like she knows exactly what happened. If she physically did not do something herself, I think she knows exactly exactly what transpired. For sure.
To unleash that, what you know. You see what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay. Unleash what you know, Candace.
She crying.
Do it for your daughter.
She crying.
These people here, 550.
See, I can guarantee you, she didn't want that to come out. Now, I've got a couple of Jody Sue interviews. I'm not going to do them today. I don't know. I am assuming Tim Mullins is still around. I'm assuming that's still Don's good buddy, right? So I don't know. Every player that was around Summer you can pull up all kinds of shady stuff. Or they act shady, right? Which I never understood that. If you're doing something, for a little girl, why you got to be shady? Why you got to act all shady? If you're, doing what you consider work towards, like I said, Facebook page, YouTube channel, why would you not want people to know that, you're putting these things towards keeping her name out there and, possibly putting a little bit of information out there. There's Tim Mullins and Don Wells have like a Q&A, right? And, you know, a lot of it ended up being Don, of course, talking about his religion, what an evil place the world is. I agree with him. I agree with him. There's a lot of evil and horrible people in the world, for sure. For sure. I don't think she comes back up there. She doesn't come back up there. I mean, for sure. This is the one. I'll just show it to you, and I'm going to put the link in chat. This is the, Candace was in Arkansas, I believe, and Don left her there with his daughter to help her. They said she was getting some kind of treatments. Don's daughter was getting some kind of treatment, and Don's probation officer told him that he had to go back to Tennessee. He had to go back to Tennessee. So, you know, though, this is what I don't understand, because if they were being investigated by CPS and CPS in a statement that Don and Candace are clear, they can move on with their life, they say, and okay, they're allowed to be around children. So I don't understand that, you know, Don and Candace were there around children. They were there around children. When they stayed at the motels, there were children around, right? So that's kind of confusing. But anywho, they told Don he had to come back to Tennessee, and Candace was missing him very quickly. Very quickly. You can hear the kids in the background and stuff. I just want you guys to see, you know, she doesn't say anything, but Miss Daisy had people giving money for Candace to get home. It got to a certain amount, and Daisy was telling people, don't send any more money. She had quite a bit to make sure that she got home from Arkansas back to Tennessee. Now, I don't know what happened, but she didn't leave Arkansas quick enough for some people who donated the money for her to go home. And, you know, there was a little bit of a problem there. That's what I remember about it.
Voices. There is also a man's voice and a lady's voice in the background. I hear them talking to the kids.
Link
It's
to
hard
this
to
is in the
understand what Candace
description, you
is saying,
guys.
though. She looks emotional. Take a listen.
Now, they were in a motel room.
Can't eat that.
Don just left her there
Okay.
to take care of his daughter.
Okay.
And you can't really understand what she's saying.
Daddy, baby girl. You come over here. Come here. Oh, how pretty. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Yeah. Oh, that was close. A little heartbreaking, right?
She said something about something being heartbreaking last night. I can't either, Lisa Thompson. So she gets upset. You can't understand what she's saying. I think close caption. She wants to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. And like I said, she ended up Daisy and her people made sure she had enough money to get home and then some. Absolutely. We I think that's about all I'm going to go over, you guys. I've been on here 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours for sure. We will go over the couple of Jody Sue interviews, and then I've got some other things too. But give me 1 second. 1 second, please. All right, I've been on here 2 hours. Anything else? Anything else, people? I'm just showing you different things. That's all I'm doing. I'll tell you, I'm glad to see law enforcement is finally trying to, keep a crime scene under control. And so yeah, there was a couple YouTubers that got in trouble around the Nancy Guthrie house. That's what I was saying about Brandy Neal Vaughn's residence, where she lives with her family. It's not okay for a YouTuber or anyone to kind of stalk out a house like that. There's other children there. How do you think that feels? You may not be there for nefarious reasons, but how would somebody feel? For real. Yeah, it would be scary. Mr. A came in so I could say your name, right? I don't know. I was just showing you guys some stuff. We will pick it up. I already have a couple things already pulled up. I will keep them at the top of my watch later list so we can go over them. Well, actually, I've got, I have 3 different, interviews. So, very interesting, but I will do that next time. For sure. Yeah, what if you had no peace because of social media? For sure. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Justice for Summer, justice for Michael. Justice for Sebastian Rogers. And as I said before, I could name a child. I could name a child 24/7 every minute. Every minute. And never get caught up because children go missing within minutes sometimes. Within minutes. There's new, I've talked about trafficking and stuff over here, and these traffickers using children to, get access to other children. And now, and this has probably been happening for a while, it just came to my attention that they're actually having children go into playgrounds and parks and befriend a child that may not have anybody to play with, or they're there by themselves, or the parents not paying attention, and they're actually accessing children that way. So it's horrible. It is horrible. But we'll talk about that another time too. So you guys never know what we're going to talk about over here, for real. My conversation goes 1,000 different directions. But I always have questions, you know, for sure. So we will get to that next time, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, for sure. If you like me, give me a thumbs up. You can sub up. That is A-okay, for sure. And I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I will catch you next time. Be you, do you, and get a little feisty if you have to. There ain't nothing wrong with it. All right. Hey, Chris. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.